Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are pretty much ready, I believe, to do our next mission. But we need to decide if we want to wait for a mech warrior to come back or use a fatigued mech warrior. I'm not actually sure what the penalty for a mech warrior being fatigued is. This is saying that they're fully unavailable, but that's not the case for a fatigued mech warrior. I think they just underperform. Realistically, though, we've got 24 days until our financial report, and we've also got our Argo engine repairs finishing in 3 days. I think let's tick ahead 3 days. There we go. We're not going to tick forward to get Squire back quite yet, but let's go ahead and hop over to engineering. We have 1.9 million, so we could, in theory, go for something like the high-capacity power conduits. That would give us +2 tech points. Or we could go for Beta Pod. Now, the primary goal behind Beta Pod, of course, would be to upgrade some of these other locations rather than having Beta Pod itself. It would unlock additional upgrades. I kind of feel like requires a repaired mech bay, engine repairs. I think all of these don't require Beta or Gamma Pod. Okay. So we could work our way down this. This will cost 600,000, then 700, then 800,000 to be able to drop an additional full lance. Of course, there's not a lot of point in going down this route because we don't have more mechs to drop right now. So maybe we should go for the high-capacity power conduits just for the tech points. Okay, and now we need to decide what mission we're going to do. I mean, this is an assassinate mission. It's only one skull. It's pretty good salvage, though. I think we'll go ahead and negotiate this. How much is a priority salvage costing? About 95k. I think we max our salvage. And otherwise, we can pretty much bring whoever we want here. I kind of would prefer to bring someone with... Actually, Time Lord 88 would be a pretty good candidate to pilot the Panther. Okay. This may be a mistake, but every mission in RogueTech may be a mistake. Let's see what we've got, shall we? If it loads the loading screen for the loading screen. There we go. There's the loading screen for the loading screen. Now we need to find out if it loads the loading screen. And the answer is maybe. Actually, it always loads the loading screen. It just takes a particular amount of time to do so. Here we go. So let's see what we've got for our briefing. We need to destroy the target and escape. A wanted war criminal has been spotted on Castrovia. Unfortunately, he appears to have integrated himself into a Merrick-aligned mercenary company. We need you to track him down and destroy his mech. If he ejects, we'll take him into custody to be tried before a Capellan court. Oh yeah, that's gonna be real fair. If not, no harm done. You'll be paid the same either way. These days, war criminal basically means anyone on the other side of the battlefield. I wouldn't worry about that trial comment. There won't be one. Even if there is, I mean, this is the Capellan Confederation we're talking about here. It's, not gonna go well. So it looks like we've got escorts up over here. We're only contracted for a single target here, but we both know it won't be that easy. The war criminal you're hunting won't be alone. The company of Merrick mercenaries he's signed on with will attack you on sight. Good hunting, Commander. Oliviera out.
There is a lot of condensation on my cockpit.
I believe
Do I
that.
have a towel?
Okay, so this is the supporting Merrick forces. They are in a pretty good position. We're going to be hard-pressed to assail this position. I think we need to make for this cover and just fight our way up the hill. It's not going to be pretty,
Let's move.
but I think that's the best we can do. Passive ability. Active ability. I am confused. Okay.
Affirmative.
I don't know what that was. I've not seen that before. Okay, it's here again. There's no tooltip for it. Interesting. Well, we're just going to continue making our way over this way. The Stalker can come over here,
Moving to position.
and the Panther can just chill over here for now. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get a sensor trace there. We definitely will now. There's no doubt about that. Let's take the Hunchy all the way over here for a 30 evasive pip.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, what do we see? We see an Irby. We see a helicopter, that is a warrior. We see a Stinger and a Mongoose. That's not all that frightening. We're going to take the Vulcan up over here. The Stealth over here.
On my way.
The Stalker actually can't come around this way, so we're going to leave the Stalker in this forest and the Panther right next to it. Okay, our turn.
What's up, boss?
So, the Vulcan... Actually, this Irby is... super exposed here.
Location confirmed.
And already pre-damaged. We can just kill this Irby outright.
Time to unload. That hit something good.
The Irby won't move until phase 11, so we can get the... Okay, the Mongoose is... interesting. When does our Stalker move? Our Stalker moves phase 12.
Yeah?
Hunchy comes in over here. Rear arc attacks the Mongoose. Or no, the Urban Mech, actually. This should be a dead Irby. Or very, very close to it. Okay, that's actually, I think, an irrelevant Irby. Stinger comes in and melees the Vulcan. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah, that's an irrelevant Irby at this point.
Waiting for
Our Panther can now move. We could attack here and attempt to hit all three of these. And I think we're going to go for it. Okay. It wasn't the greatest shot there, but it didn't hit the warrior. It did hit the Irby. I don't know if it hit the Stinger or not. Okay, whatever they've got over there has some missiles, but it's not relevant. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
So now it's time for our stealth to close in over here. And we're going to do so. And we're going to look to maybe backstab this Mongoose and kill it if our streaks hit well. Our streaks did hit well.
One less target.
Okay. So that is one mech eliminated and one mech irrelevant. The warrior missed with everything but one machine gun round.
Hey,
That's fine.
Watch the paint, pal.
Commander?
Honestly, I think the stalker goes for the warrior here.
Firing on target.
That is one dead warrior.
That vehicle is trashed.
Okay, the Irby actually failed to stand up.
Ready for orders.
The Irby also has no weaponry. We're going to take the Vulcan back behind the Stinger here. And we're going to aim to kill the Stinger. It was not the greatest firing I've ever seen. We can jump our stealth over here, or we could just move. That works too. Can we turn correctly? Yes. Yes, we can.
Location confirmed.
So this is going to be side arc here, but that's okay. This is on the weak side.
Here it comes. Target
Okay. The Stinger isn't quite dead yet, but it's awful close.
Standing by.
I think... I don't know where the enemy mech warrior is. I think we're not going to fire with the Panther. We're in too close right now. We're instead going to take the Panther up over this direction. And take a pot shot.
Target damaged.
Hey, I guessed correctly.
Bring it down.
Okay. It's a Jenner? Okay, that's not very relevant.
Nothing I can't handle.
It also didn't look like we damaged it much. Oh yeah, not much at all. That's okay.
What do you need?
I need you to close in and finish off this Stinger.
Copy that.
Yeah, this is a very, very dead Stinger.
Take this.
Kaboom.
Gotcha. Yes, Commander.
Okay, we're going to take our Stalker up over this way. And I want to start laying missiles down on this Jenner.
Locking on.
Did a pretty good chunk of damage there.
Let's hit him
The
hard.
Irby failed to stand up again.
Good to go.
Fantastic. Vulcan's just going to turn around. Go for the called shot in the CT. This should be a kill.
Whatever you say, boss.
There we go. Fantastic.
Hostile eliminated.
Supporting forces are down. All that's left is the Jenner. The Jenner closes in, fires on the Panther. Okay. I mean, we're a little grouped up here. We shouldn't be. AMS didn't really do much there either. We're going to take the Panther up over here.
On my way.
We're going to direct fire on the Jenner. Okay. Not terrible damage, realistically. We're going to sprint in, and we have direct LOS on the Jenner now. And this is really good hit odds for the LRMs.
Engage. Reporting critical hit.
Waiting
That
for orders.
was a critical hit, I'll grant you that. Okay. I'd love to bring the stealth somewhere useful, but unfortunately that is not currently an option.
Yep.
And you know, these active and passive abilities, there was just a patch, so they might be something new. It'll be interesting to find out what those actually are
Understood.
intended to
Moving
be.
fast.
It didn't run.
Yep.
I'm actually shocked that the Jenner... Actually, it can't move yet. And it's just dead now. There's no way it survives this. Okay, that was really easy. All targets eliminated. Sit tight and I can collect you from where you're at right now.
Mission successful.
Okay. I mean, we'll take it. That's some free cash right there. Like, that's barely... That's barely going to be anything in terms of how much it costs us to repair. Yeah, almost nothing. It'll be 1 day of repairs. And we can get ourselves a full Mongoose, I suppose, as well as a full Stinger. I mean, they're lights, but may as well. There's also a Beagle active probe here. An engine core 70, yuck. We could grab this Endosteel instead. Artemis 3 fire control? Or perhaps ferrofibrous armor. I think we'll leave that. Okay. Well now, we got a lot out of that. Do we need additional standard heat sinks? No, we don't. Do we need additional AC-5 ammo? Kinda. Do we need sensors? We'll keep one. Jump jets? No. Standard fire control systems? No. Internal combustion engines? No. Endosteel structure, Beagle probe, small lasers? We'll keep that around. And the medium laser, we'll keep that too. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to get some mechs out of this. They aren't great mechs. That's for sure. They don't really fit into the doctrine I'd like them to be in. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful with how we utilize them. They're not going to be very tough at all. Yep. 2K, 1 day. Do it. Okay. So, we do have access to additional mechs now. And they are all in the light category. The question is, do we just sell the Stinger and the Mongoose? I mean, we can ready the Mongoose.
That mech you wanted is back online.
Yep. And we can ready the Stinger, too.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
And I don't think we had anything else. I mean, we can utilize them for now as kind of backup mechs. That is an option. Oh, this reorganized how I had my mechs set up. That is not exactly ideal. We wanted the Stalker and the Panther down here. Okay. So the Stinger and the Mongoose are very likely to be... interesting. Let's go ahead and refit this Stinger. Okay, that will take 172k to bring this online. Is that worthwhile? We have the medium laser and the machine gun over here. And we could have support weapons, maybe another machine gun over here. We don't currently have an engine in this. What engine do we want in here? Not a 175, maybe a 150? Yeah, that could do the trick. But we only have 3 tons remaining. That said, our armor is pretty decent as is. I believe we're still going to need... engine heatsink. Yeah, we have too few heatsinks on here. Are any of those heatsinks free? Yes. There are 4 free heatsinks. Okay. So, we are going to want to put on some of those heatsinks. We only have a couple heatsinks here. That's very awkward. I suppose we could buy 2 more heatsinks, but yikes, that's expensive. I do not like doing this. Okay, so that's all of our heatsinks. We are currently, we have locations that are destroyed, we have unused tonnage, and we are lacking ammunition. Fine. We'll need perhaps another machine gun over here. That gives us 2.5 tons to work with. No. That was a dumb idea. That's not going to happen. And then maybe we can put in some, like, tracer ammo. So we could put in, like, a ton of tracer ammo and a ton of regular ammo. And then put the rest into armor. Or maybe just the 1 ton of ammo. That's 200 shots. I feel like 400 shots of machine gun ammo is overkill. So something like this. Okay. We'll do it. But I'm not super happy about it. I'm also not super happy that this keeps reorganizing this. Okay, the Mongoose, what does that by default have? Also, yikes, that's expensive. We may have to hold off on the Mongoose, actually. An Engine Core 200 by default. XL engine. Okay, good to know. As far as weaponry, there are 3 laser hardpoints. There is a missile hardpoint here. And I would kind of like to give this an MRM 20. It's ridiculous, I know, but it would be interesting. And maybe instead of the Engine Core 200, we instead bring that back to an Engine Core, like, 175, maybe? Free up some weight. Okay. And then we would need to have some MRM ammo in this. That is 200 shots. So that'd be 10 turns of ammo. That's reasonably acceptable. This thing would be like another fire support. And then for its weaponry, actually we've already got a medium laser here for a backup. Maybe we just put the remaining tonnage into armor. Do we have sufficient heat sinks? No, we don't. We're lacking 3 heat sinks. They're free heat sinks, so that's fine. We really don't need them. We really, really don't. Okay. I mean, we could potentially switch this over to a DHS kit, but no, we don't have that. We can't do that, of course. Okay, that's going to be interesting. To be sure. Can MRMs fire indirect? MRMs are dead fire. Okay. Good to know. That is definitely good to know. We do have endosteel structure in this already. I think we have to wait, though. We don't have the cash right now to repair this mongoose. We also don't really have that much of a reason to repair it. So let's just tick forward 1 day here. There we go. And our other mechs are now good to go. We do have a bunch of fatigued mech warriors. Who all do we have that's available right now? We have 3 available mech warriors. Okay, so we are going to have to tick forward a couple more days here. There. That's what we can do. So the Stinger is in progress. That's fine. And I think we're pretty much ready to deploy at this point. We have a bit of a project in getting that mongoose online, and realistically, those are going to be what? Like, well, the Stinger is probably going to be going into the Cavalry Lance. Does that have jump jets? I don't believe it does. That's okay. It can just run. Run in behind and help out with the backstab, with the machine guns being extra crit. It's not very good. Don't get me wrong. But as long as we keep it moving, it should be okay. For now, though, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we are going to requisition additional money. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.